Hi everyone, my name is Kaikun6 and I'm here to do shopping haul for you guys. I was trying to gather up all this stuff just earlier because I was trying to figure out if I have shown it before or not, but I felt like I did miss a couple of items the last time I have done a shopping haul for you guys. So now I'm here to just show you some stuff that I have gotten, and then plus some gifts that I have received from my husband's side of the family, from my niece-in-law, and then of course my other niece, and then my great niece. and they're very lovely gifts, and I really like it. So, and I'll talk about that more by the end of the video. But yeah, so let's get started. I did get some stuff from Dollar Tree, from Walmart, and I think one item from Costco, I believe. I don't know how much we paid for that one, but I felt like it was on sale, and I've been telling Blake I have been wanting to get this item for a very long time, and now that we got it, we're gonna start using it. So yeah, so now let me just show you that first item then that I have gotten from Costco, so that way it'll be out of the way, and because it's too big for it to fit on my Lego Classic box, so that's why. But what it is the Chef Man Custom Temp 1.8 electric kettle, and I think I got this at Costco maybe a week or so ago, or maybe longer than that. I had thought that I didn't show this off the last video, but then no, because I remember my husband and I, we went to Costco it's already been a couple weeks, and so I felt like, oh well, then that's fine by me, so I'm here to show it off now. But yeah, so that's what it looks like. 1.8 liters, which is pretty good because we don't heat up a lot of water, especially when we do tea. But yeah, so there you go. But yeah, oh wait, oh, I'm just giving you what it does and stuff like that. But yeah, so we ended up getting this, and it was stuck in one of the cabinets in my kitchens for a while. So I just thought, okay, well, I thought I didn't show it off or stuff like that, and then there was one food item that was in there right next to this kettle, and I was like, no, what it is just seaweed packets and stuff like that. So I have been on the craving for a lot of Asian food, a lot of mainly Japanese and stuff like that, but it's just been this sudden urge craving of kimchi again, because I apparently the Costco that I go to, which is the one in Rockwall, they no longer carry the kimchi. At least the last time that I was there, they didn't have it. And so I feel like the next time I go, when we go to a toilet paper / water run, I'm going to see if they still have it, and if they don't, then I'm gonna go to another location to see if they have it. So yeah, the next thing I will show you is from Dollar Tree, and I think this was an idea that we had, because our actual front door, we have a front door, and then we have a porch door. So the one that's by our front door, the light works there, but our porch light does not. And so we've been trying to see if we can have anybody help us fix it, because I know maybe the wiring is off or this and that, but we decided for something for temporary reasons, since sometimes whenever we do go out, especially really late at night or stuff like that, we make a late night run to maybe Jack in the Box or something like that, we usually try to leave one of the lights on, and then whenever we want to do that, we need something to replace that light, I'm sorry, my hair is a mess today. Oh my goodness, I am a mess today. I just been trying to catch up on a show that I have been watching, and then I don't know if you guys can tell, probably not really, maybe this eyeball, but I have been crying. It was a really good show. I don't want to spoil it for anybody or anything, but all I know is that it's a really good show. But anyway, yeah, so we thought that we're gonna go get this type of motion activated outdoor solar wall lamp, and this is gonna go outside for our porch area, and we thought this would be good. And most of the time the sun does hits our porch area, so hopefully that would work. But yeah, and it costed $5, which is pretty good deal, and And we thought like, okay, as soon as we start actually getting like really good weather here, which is so funny because we were getting like sun all like for the last 3-4 days, and then all of a sudden it's just gotten windy and it's gonna get cloudy again. So I was surprised about that. But yeah, so hopefully this will help us in some way to replace that light for the meantime, because I feel like whenever we do go out, like we cannot see anything. We always have to rely on like a flashlight, which I have been carrying a lot this week for inside the house. And then or not like our flashlights on our phones. So I'm just like, I'm getting tired of that. I need to replace it. And since like we're still trying to look for somebody that can help us with that, like hopefully that will be like a temporary situation. But yeah, so the next thing I'm going to show you, like for some reason it did not fit in this Lego oh, that's why. Okay, I was just like taking a sneak peek in there to see like why it would not fit in there. But I have found the new flavor of Prime, and it's the Sour Nova. And I don't know where, no, actually I think we got this at Target, if I believe. No, Walmart for sure. Yeah, because I remember we were checking out in line and I was just like wondering if they had the new flavors, this and that. I could not find it or anything, and then all of a sudden my husband found it and by the self-checkout lane and decided, you know what, I'm gonna go you know, like he decided to grab it, this and that, and honestly it's not that bad. Honestly, it's really good. I was like trying to like place the flavor of this for I don't know how many hours, and I remember I like what this tastes like. It's just, it reminded me of like a drink I used to drink when I was like, I don't know how old I was, but I know it was in my childhood. I remember my brother came home one day from work and he handed me like this like a bottle or something, and I don't know if it was like amber glass or anything, I don't remember, but I just remember him holding it and he just said, here, taste it. And like it just tasted like it was like sour Skittles in a drink form. And I felt like I might have had something similar to that like maybe years after that, and then I just never tasted it ever again. And so this brought back childhood for me, and so I could never ever place it, like what is that drink called or anything. So like I don't know if I'm explaining it that well, but all I know is that it just tastes like sour Skittles in a bag, and somehow it got turned into a drink form. That's what this tastes like, and it wasn't that bad. I'm going to give this a 9.5 out of 10. It is really good. I really like it, and hopefully I'll be able to get more of these, honestly. And then I'm going to display it in my Prime shelf wall, because right now I have like some shelves full of that, and I am running out of space. I think I have like maybe 5-6 more bottles to go, depending if I find more Prime flavors of the hydration drinks or the energy drinks or anything like that, because lately I have been lacking on finding anything new or something like that, because whenever I do go to like certain grocery stores, I always feel like I might have gotten that, I might have not, who knows. But yeah, so this is going to be going on the shelf. So yeah, so now we can go open our Lego Classic box. I'm trying to be careful not to hit you guys, but yeah, there's my Lego Classic box. I'm gonna open up the lid, and then the first thing that's on top is the zero sugar 400 milligram electrolytes peak H2O hydration, and it's in the flavor ice pop. So it's an electrolyte drink mix. My husband picked this out because he wanted to try it, because when he saw the label he was like thinking of, you know, Prime's ice pop flavor, and so he thought, oh, maybe it might be like a nice dupe for it, because like he really likes the flavor of it. But for some reason our local grocery stores and maybe certain locations, especially when we go out of town and this and that, they don't have it no more. I don't know if, like, I know they haven't discontinued the flavor, because that they should have like announced that or whatnot, but it's just for some reason those type of grocery stores just don't have them no more. And so we're like, okay, we're trying to find a dupe for it for the meantime, and hopefully this is pretty good. I don't know. Well, we're not really sure, because usually we always get these type of like flavored packets, especially for our water. But lately I have been like seeing a lot of stuff on the internet, especially on Water Talk, that I always hear like, okay, there's just too many chemicals in the drinks or whatnot. And then so they've been trying to see if they could switch over to a healthier type of alternative. And so I felt like, okay, well then we're gonna start looking for stuff like that. So who knows? But lately I have just been drinking regular water and stuff like that. But whenever I have like the tendency to crave something sweet or this and that, I switch over to like a green tea that I cold brew in my fridge for like a full 24 hours. Do that, and then I mix it with like these flavor packets, and then just been drinking that, and it's been mainly like the zero sugar stuff or something like a healthier approach. And most of the time, like, we forget that we even have fruit or some other stuff, and so I always like to add some stuff into the mix, especially lemon juice or lime juice, whatever. So all I know is that we ran out of the stuff. We really did. And so I felt like this will start up our collection again, so that way we can have something else other than just soda, so that way it'll curb the craving a bit. But yeah, the next thing I will show you, it is this the label to like a set of 5 bowls with the lids on them. Like, I took these, like, this is what it looks like. It's from Hobby Lobby. And what it is, yeah, it's a set of 5 bowls. They're like these clear square bowls with like the set of the lids with them. And what happened was, I was gonna show you guys like what they look like, this and that, but like I ended up using it for like a Mother's Day luncheon that my niece-in-law hosted, and I ended up going this past weekend for it. And I felt like I wanted I offered to make salsas, and that's what I have been experimenting like for the past 3 weeks when it came to salsas. And then now that I have like my new tripod, which I have shown on camera before, like just maybe the box or something, but I have done the short of how I assembled this. And so now I'll be able to probably post up like maybe recipes or something like that. I don't know, because I felt like ever since I've been sharing like recipes to her and then like some other friends and family and stuff like that, I felt like, okay, well, it doesn't like sound like I'm gatekeeping, because I've been saying that a lot, but it's just like there were certain recipes that I grew up with that I felt like maybe people won't like it, and I wouldn't even care if I put it out in the world or stuff like that. But I do hope like it basically like increases like their palate or this and that, I don't know. But I felt like when I made the salsas, I took this set of bowls, and I feel like everybody liked the salsas, and I was like, oh, that's really good, because like it was a recipe from my mom, even though 2 of them were like experiments, but like the other 2 were like actually genuine from my mom. And I remember growing up just making salsas all the time with my mom, whether it was like for like a poor meal, I would say, or whatever you want to guys call it, a struggle meal, or if not, it was just something like my mom was just in the mood for like a carne asada, like a really nice steak, and she did all the fixings with it, and so it was perfect, right? And so I was like, okay, well, I'm gonna go rip them out of the label, try to put all the salsas in there, and then see if they like it. And they liked it, so I was just pretty happy about that. But yeah, so now that I've shown you guys what it looks like, the label, maybe y'all can find it over there at your local Hobby Lobby or something like that. But yeah, it looked like this. So yeah, so now I can just throw away the label. But yeah, yeah. So I felt like ever since then, I was like, you know what, maybe I should like start posting up like recipe videos, even though I think I remembered in the past I did say I did not want to, because I felt like I didn't have the proper equipment, or like I felt like, oh, well, I was in the mood for it or this and that. But I was like, you know what, I might as well just make some new content on here. It's not like I'm going to be sticking to like my usual stuff. I do want to try out something new, so hopefully it'll be alright. But yeah, what's next? Okay, I was gonna say what's next in the box, but yeah. So I ended up grabbing some other stuff from Dollar Tree. I just noticed like what other stuff too, but I'm gonna show 2 wooden items that I felt like one of them is for sure craft that I wanted to do even way before Valentine's Day, probably like since last year, or if not the beginning of this year. But I saw the Shabby Tree do this, and I felt like I wanted to kind of like do this craft, but maybe in a different way, who knows, because like I wanted to do something with the succulents, even if there were like fake ones, but I want to do something with flowers. And I felt like even with faux flowers, it's kind of hard, well, depending on like what hot glue you have, this and that, but I always had very bad success when it comes to like faux flowers, especially from Dollar Tree and stuff like that. But they don't like to stick to certain areas, especially on wood. And I just don't understand why. And I thought maybe it was just the glue that I have gotten from Amazon years and years ago, and maybe they don't work no more. But no, I have tried actual Gorilla Glue at one point, especially from that one time that my mother-in-law has bought some, and for some reason it will not stick. And so I felt like, okay, maybe it was just the material of the faux flowers that maybe just don't want to do anything. And so I decided, okay, well, I want to do like probably like yo-yo flowers, this and that, because like I haven't done those in a long time, even though I know I did a crafting video out of like those flowers and how many I made and how I made them and this and that. And so I felt like I wanted to do that, but with these wooden projects, and hopefully the fabric would actually stick to them. And so far that I have done with some faux flowers, especially like fabric flowers, they have actually had better success in sticking to like surfaces, like wooden surfaces, than anything else. So yeah. And plus, like, I saw this craft in the Shabby Tree, of course, where she took some succulents and a frame that has a heart in there, that just put all the succulents inside the frame. And then I think she ended up leaving it natural wood, or if not, she actually wood stained it and make it like a little bit rustic or something like that. For me, I'm like, I love the color of the natural wood, so I'm gonna leave it like that. So yeah, I ended up grabbing this, even though I know you're supposed to get like that heart frame from Walmart, I believe, but this was the closest thing I found from Dollar Tree, and I was trying to find it all over at Walmart. I could not find it. So yeah, so there's the barcode for that one. So hopefully in the near future, I'll be able to do some crafts now that I've actually made some room in here. I mean, like right now it's a mess, and yeah, it is a mess, you guys. Like, I have so much in the background, and then there's so much around me. But all I know is I have more floor space, so hopefully that will help. And then plus, I cleared up some of my stuff right here on this table. So that way I'll be able to craft better. So hopefully I'll start making, like, hopefully bi-weekly crafting projects and then just finish them. I don't know. Well, we'll see how that starts, but I just wanted to do that. But yeah, so I ended up grabbing that one for that type of idea that I wanted to do. And then I ended up grabbing this, which was new, because I remembered I showed it in a previous shopping haul, the stars one, where I wanted to do something for like a patriotic holiday or something. I still have no idea what to do with those stars ones. But since like 4th of July is coming up, and now everybody is doing like 4th of July crafts since like Easter is over. So they're going to start, you know, decorating patriotically now. And so I felt like, okay, well, hopefully I'll be able to do that, and not, at least I have this idea in the back burner. So I ended up seeing these at a Dollar Tree when I was hanging out with my mother-in-law. I think so, because I feel like I only went one place to, no, actually I went with my husband to get these, I think, because I ended up grabbing some other stuff from Dollar Tree that I felt like, I didn't know if they were from the same trip or they were from my mother-in-law. But anyway, I was hanging out with somebody, and I ended up grabbing these, and I wanted to do that flower idea thing for this one. And this was new, because I haven't seen the 3-piece set of it. Like, I've shown you guys the 3-piece set of the stars one, but not this one. So this was really new. So I was like, okay, they brought out the hearts because probably people like to craft for Mother's Day and some other stuff. So I felt like, okay, maybe that's why they brought it out, because usually they would disappear right after, like, way before Valentine's Day. As soon as they see something, they just want to craft for Valentine's Day, and then it's over with. So I was kind of glad I saw these and did something with them. And now I remember this one item I forgot to show you guys in the last shopping haul video, but I ended up getting this vellum paper. I think I've shown a previous one that had butterflies on there, and I think it was red or something like that. But now I got this with the hearts. It's like gold foil hearts, and it's like, you know, zebra stripes, black and white stripes. And I don't remember why I was gonna use these with, and I don't even remember what I said about the ones from the other paper, but I felt like it would be perfect to do thank you cards in, or if not, I was gonna do some sort of like decoupaging project with these, and then hopefully it turns out really good. And so since they're hearts and it's black and white, hopefully it'll be perfect for like an early, way early Valentine's Day craft, but we will see. So yeah, the next things I will show you, I don't know if anybody has been like obsessive with these or not, but I remembered one video, like I just saw this one crafter bought them all at their local Dollar Tree, and they ended up like using it for like Easter bags and some other stuff, and then while they had like leftovers, and so this woman ended up using them for her actual like kids or something, for their soaps, this and that. But I ended up grabbing the soap bags, and luckily I did found these, because I remember everybody bought them out for like so many crafts, and it was just mainly like the Easter stuff. What they did was like they stained them, to like tea stained them or coffee stained them, and made it like a rustic type of like bag, and all it is just like a cottony mesh bag. And of course the purpose is to use them to put your soaps in, especially the scraps, so you can use them to like lather your skin and clean off your skin and this and that. But a lot of people were using this soft one for the for the actual like kind of like Easter bag slash type of like home decor type of thing. So I felt like I was never going to get a chance to get one, and my purpose was to actually do that. But depending on like how the texture is, because I already know what the front one feels, but the back one is like, oh, this one's like pretty rough on a loofah. And my husband just touching that, and he's like, oh, that's gonna be perfect for exfoliating. And I was just like, okay, well then you can have this bag and I'll have this bag in order to to craft with. And so he's like, okay. So that was one of that. And okay, I was like, where are they? Because I just saw one and I thought I didn't grab the other one, but no, I did grab it. So yeah. So also in the same Dollar Tree, I was so surprised. My husband found one of them, and then I ended up finding the other one because, excuse me, I was so surprised they started getting diamond painting in. And I know they've been having it for like, I think already a year now. But for some reason, like the Dollar Trees that I would go to, especially with my mother-in-law, they're very, very rare to have them. So, excuse me. My husband ended up finding me this, and I was like, oh my goodness, it's a deer. I love reindeers, right? And so I'm going to be doing some diamond art painting a lot, because I felt like I haven't done the ones that I have been gifted since my birthday, since I've been like trying to clean this room, and then I haven't like shredded any paper for a while, so I'm like, I need to start doing that. And then I found like my puzzle boxes, and I'm like, okay, now I got to go start doing puzzles. So it's like, it's a mess. It is a mess, you guys. But anyway. But yeah, so I was like, this is going to be like quick and easy for me to do something real quick. And I love reindeers. And I was like, yeah, I cannot wait. And then while I was looking for I was trying to like decide whether or not I was going to get it, because I was like, should I not? I decided just to get them anyway, because I ended up finding this one. And I was like, oh my God, I love mushrooms. And so I ended up grabbing this one. And it looked like it's going to be really easy to do too. So I'm like, probably my free time, whenever like I'm kind of like relaxing, maybe after probably a long day of crafting, or even then, like it could be a long day of like me watching YouTube videos, or while I'm watching YouTube videos, because most of the time either I craft like on this table, or I go in my bedroom and craft, because usually I'm so comfortable being on my bed and just like crossing my legs, this and that, and I'm usually just doing a lot of things multitasking wise while I'm in my bedroom. So I just thought, okay, well, this is gonna be perfect for in here, or if not, I'll just like tune in and watch something on the TV in my bedroom, and then just start working on these. So yeah. And on top of that, like I'll probably like when I'm doing a crafting video, hopefully I'll be able to get these done, show them when it's done, I should say, and then that'd be it. Maybe some other future projects I've been wanting to do, and hopefully I'll be able to get to it. So yeah. So now the last thing in here, I have been wanting to get this for such a long time because they were on sale for I don't know how many weeks now at my Walmart, and then all of a sudden people were not buying them, and then all of a sudden they were buying it, and because spring already came, this and that, and so things were starting to get really hot, and I felt like, okay, for me too, and I need to go start putting away comforters, blankets, this and that, especially that they produce a lot of heat or they're just too thick, this and that. And so I felt like I ended up grabbing this, even though it wasn't on sale. I ended up paying full price of this one. The price that was on sale, it was like $15 or something, and then I ended up paying the full price, which was like $31 probably in total. But what it is like the Magic Bag Instant Space things that you find out at the laundry section. I ended up grabbing the 6XL cube one. I wanted to grab the one that was just 4 because I ended up counting like the comforters, and I ended up like maybe like four comforters or something like that. And I felt like, okay, well then I forgot that I was gifted one by my mom when the last time she was here in Texas, like on vacation and this and that. I don't remember if she was there for the day of the wedding or she was there just on vacation, but she ended up grabbing me this comforter, and then she was like, oh, like I guess whenever you're done you can just store it away and this and that. And I've had it in my hallway closet for the longest time, but we've been having so many issues with ants here, and so once we finally like plugged up the holes for them, I decided I was going to start using like space saving bags for a lot of stuff, especially for all my linens and this and that, so that way it will reduce the chances of them coming back somehow into the house. And so I wanted to do that with the comforters, especially since one of them is in the hallway that has been sitting there since Christmas, and I'm like, I need to put that away and store it away properly somewhere in the bedroom. And so I ended up grabbing this one, and hopefully that would help, because when I started seeing these videos of like moms starting to put away, like, you know, they're getting ready for spring, so then I'm grabbing all of the thick blankets and this and that, and so they grabbed them all and they like put them all in this one cube, and then somehow it just shrunk. It was like amazing. And luckily I have a vacuum that has like a hose attachment to it, so that way it'll shrink and this and that. And so I felt like I want to do that. So hopefully I don't need all 6 bags. I know I wanted the 4 ones, but I could not find the 4 ones, so I ended up getting the 6 ones. So hopefully I'll be able to do that. But yeah, anyway, that'll be it for now, like for all the stuff that I've shown you guys that's from the grocery stores now, or at least the stores that I've been to. So now I'm going to show you guys gifts. So I remember when I was going to this event, I was already stressed out because I was like making the salsas, thinking that maybe it was not going to be perfect, maybe it was going to be too salty. I was just basically criticizing myself of all the things that I have been working for, so that way it will come out really good. But then, like, you know, I've had like people complimented my stuff all the time, but still I'm like, I don't know how good is it going to be, this and that. And so I'm just trying to see if I put everything in this box, because after this video I'm going to be doing some thumbnails, and hopefully one of them comes out really good. But yeah, so after that I was like, okay, well, I'm gonna go see what else I can do to help when I'm over there, because I feel like I don't want to just be there just to bring the salsas and then just like not do anything for the rest of the time. Well, my niece ended up having like some problems. Like, she ended up getting sick a few days ago, and like, or days before the weekend, this past weekend, and then she ended up getting shots, this and that. And so she felt sick, she needed my help, and I just said no problem, I'm gonna go help cook the meat for you guys, since that's what she needed help with. And then a lot of stuff has been happening since then. Once we arrived, it was like a very rocky start, but then after certain hour and a half or so, everything got better. And then we were enjoying the food, we were enjoying the company. There were just so many lovely people at that event, so she did a wonderful job at that luncheon. And hopefully we'll be able to do something like that again soon, because I felt like despite what happened there at the luncheon, everybody had a fun time. And then they were like, we should do this more often. We should do like monthly type of gatherings and this and that. And I felt like I agree, but I don't know how everyone's schedule's going to be. Like, I feel like if anything, like when I try to make plans, I try to make sure nothing else gets taken over, nothing last minute pops up and then I have to cancel this and that. Luckily that did not happen, and hopefully it won't happen in the near future. So yeah, so I ended up grabbing some gifts, and I remembered I cried during the event while I was there. I cried back home, and then I cried even more when I was sending the photos to my friend Ace while we were texting about the event, because she just so happened to be like texting me at the time, and then so I told her what happened, and then she was just like, oh, hopefully your niece is okay, I hope everyone was okay. And I said, yeah, that's fine. Like I said, I don't want to put any more details on there, but yeah, so they ended up, so my niece and my niece-in-law and then basically my great niece ended up gifting me cards and then and flowers. And I wanted to show you guys the flowers first. Like I fell in love with these, because when they were trying to pick out the flower arrangement before like my mother-in-law and we were gonna leave, they were already picking out the flowers, and I was just like, yeah, we gotta go because my husband is about to come home like in an hour or so, and due to traffic and where they live at, there's gonna be so much traffic. So as soon as I got home, I did what I could for these, and I love them. Like these are perfect. Like I just fell in love with that blue, because I kept telling people like right now my favorite color is blue, and I fell in love with this shade of blue. I really did. And everything else was so pretty. I like purple too, but for some reason I've been obsessing over blue too. So yeah, it was so pretty. I love it. And of course I had to fill it up with more water because I did not want these flowers to die anytime soon. And they do need some sun, honestly. So I'm going to see if I could put it somewhere on a windowsill or somewhere where it can get like a little bit of sun and this and that. But yeah, it is so pretty. And not like everybody got flower arrangements, and I felt like, oh, well, I'm not a mom, you know? Like, I mean, if you count Cletus, like I'm a cat mom, but no. And they just said the only reason, not only because like they needed my help and they wanted me to join for this luncheon, but it was because I got invited since I take care of someone's son, and that is my husband, and I thought that is really funny. So anyway, but yeah, so I ended up getting this flower arrangement, and it was pretty. And then I ended up getting some cards from them too, and this one was the one that my niece Marissa actually wrote for me, and I was like, I fell in love with it. And then she wrote like a really nice letter in there, and then I was crying, and then I ended up crying even more because I was like, I'm gonna go take these photos and then send it to my friend Ace. And then she was just like, oh, those are really sweet, I love the cards. And I said, same, I've been crying about it for like I don't know how many minutes now because it was so nice. And then apparently Maya wrote it for me, which is like my my great niece, and I was like, that was so sweet. But yeah, I ended up getting this card. It was so cute. I loved it. And then she wrote, love you always, Maya. And then in 2025, I was like, that is just so sweet. I was like, I'm crying, and I'm about to cry again. So I need to get off this video before I start getting really emotional. But yeah, it was so sweet. And I ended up loving that luncheon, and hopefully we can do some more often, and hopefully it don't get too chaotic or anything like that. But yeah, anyway, excuse me. But even then, my husband ended up checking on everybody for me because I was just still a little bit shaken up about what happened. And so he ended up like just saying like, oh, is everybody okay, blah blah blah. And I was like, yeah. But anyway, everyone's okay, I'm okay. I'm just getting emotional again because I was like, that's so sweet, and I love the flowers. I really do. It's so pretty. I love the flowers. Anyway, I am going to end this video now. I need to clean up my mess here on the table, and then I am going to probably start on hopefully I'm gonna start doing some crafting for sure. And if not, then I'm just gonna go upload something on Mercari, which I haven't done yet. Usually I always like to upload before I start recording videos, but for some reason, like, it was so windy, and then it got cloudy, this and that, so I felt like it wasn't like time yet for some lighting to come through the window behind me, but I felt like, okay, well, now that I have some perfect lighting, now I can do my video and then upload some stuff on Mercari, and since some of the stuff has been cleared off on my table. So yeah. So anyway, I'm gonna go now. So hopefully you guys have a lovely day and a lovely week, and I'll see you guys next week for maybe a Shabby Tree Boutique video, probably, because I haven't been really listening to anything for playlist stories, so I think no playlist stories until I get some stuff situated here. But yeah, anyway, I'm gonna go now, so bye everyone.